This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Let's play B-Migs.
It's time to play the game. So everybody scream his name. B-Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa, B-Migs, you're a loser.
It is time for B-Migs, and it's Wednesday, so there be whacking. Oh, yeah. Whacking.
Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then.
All right.
Yeah,
Whacking.
Mr. Wacky over there, Steve. You've been doing good lately. So, maybe new month, new you, that whole thing.
Yep, I came to get down.
You came to get down?
Yes.
All right, then.
Oh, okay.
Let's get to our contestant, then. We got Michael in Seattle. Michael, are you there?
I am. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, Steve, get out of here. Goodbye. Get out! For those playing at home, Michael will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Michael, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's whack it.
Whack it.
The wattle is the loose piece of skin that hangs off of which part of the chicken?
The neck or the beak.
Neck, yes. In which decade of the 20th century were the Girl Scouts of America formed?
Ooh, 30s, 40s, 50s.
No. Who plays the title character in the newly released show Peacemaker?
Pass.
How many eyes did the mythical Cyclops have?
1.
Yes. The 90s movie The Bodyguard starred Whitney Houston and who else?
Oh, gosh. Oh, my God. We're at Bull Durham. Pass.
Lake Mead is a U.S. reservoir created by what dam?
What lake again?
Lake Mead.
Oh, gosh. Man. Boulder Dam? No. Pass.
What type of creature was Stuart Little?
A mouse.
Yes. What is the new name for the MLB team based out of Cleveland?
Guardians.
Yes. Which West Coast state is home to the Pebble Beach Golf Course?
California.
Yes. Finish the title of the Hitchcock film. Dial M for what?
Murder.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Correct.
All right.
Yeah, you came up on the end there pretty good there. Finished strong.
Hey, he's going to be mad about that witness.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to him, when he hears it, he's going to be like, oh.
There's a couple of those there that were really on the tip of his tongue, didn't quite get there, and we'll have to see if they leave Steve's tip and go out of his mouth there.
That does not sound right.
What did I just walk in on, and I'm not agreeing to doing this game?
Tip of the tongue. Wow. Sometimes things stay on the tip of your tongue.
I can't. This is a family show, man.
I agree.
Isn't?
I'm a father.
These are all facts. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
The wattle is a loose piece of skin that hangs off which part of the chicken?
The neck.
Yes. In which decade of the 20th century were the Girl Scouts of America formed?
The 40s.
No.
30s.
No.
20s.
No.
Damn it.
Who plays the title character in the newly released show Peacemaker?
John Cena.
Yes. How many eyes did the mythical Cyclops have?
8.
No.
1.
Yes. The 90s movie The Bodyguard starred Whitney Houston and who else?
Oh, Kevin Costner.
Yes. Lake Mead is a U.S. reservoir created by what dam?
Are you really doing this?
Wow, he is.
Hoover.
Yes.
Nice
Wow.
work.
What type of creature was Stuart Little?
A rat.
No.
A mouse.
Yes. What is the new name for the MLB team based out of Cleveland?
The Guardian.
Yes. Which West Coast state is home to the Pebble Beach Golf Course?
California.
Yes. Finish the title of the Hitchcock film Dial M for what?
Murder.
Yes. And Steve, you win. It's nice. 6-9. Nice.
Sorry about that, Michael.
That's all right. I flipped the costume one just so you can get a 69.
Nice.
Oh, that's what it was. There you go. Good call. Nice work.
That's a team effort.
Yeah, it is. Silver lining on that one. Yeah, good job on this one, man. The only one you missed was the decade that the Girl Scouts of America were formed.
50s?
Yeah.
No.
I feel like it's the 10s, right?
It is the 10s. It's earlier than
Damn it.
you were guessing there.
Yeah. I knew it was old. I would have gone 10s, 20s, 30s, I think.
Yep.
On that. Yeah, because I keep forgetting how long they've been around.
Yep. I wonder if they've been selling cookies for that entire time.
Oh, they should have been.
Well,
Yeah,
they're making a killing now.
If not, whoever came up with that idea should have, I don't know, a cookie named after them.
Or like a statue with them just surrounded by all of the cookies.
Right.
Yeah. Hey,
That's
Vicky,
like the marketing genius right there.
Have you gotten the cookies yet, Vicky? Or,
I'm still waiting on the neighbor kid.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Yeah, we're still waiting for ours, too.
It's pre-order, man.
Oh, is
All right.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then
I still have to wait at least another week, I think.
Then I won't send the angry emails yet.
And are they still not able to go out in front of stores and stuff because of COVID? Because I haven't seen many. So
I haven't seen them either. Maybe they're just making a killing with the online orders. I know that the couple of them that we get ours from are just doing it online only because of how well they're doing.
And mine came door to door, so.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. So they're still doing door to door now, or they are now. Huh.
But they didn't have the cookies. You had to order them.
I pre-ordered them, but I haven't paid yet either, so.
Oh, man. But see, that's the thing, man. I feel like, when they're out in front of the supermarket, I want to try the adventures. That's all I want to try. Because I just want to see how they taste the brownie caramel things that they've done, the new cookie.
I got 2 boxes, so.
Ooh. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, congratulations on your win, Steve.
Why, thank you.
Yeah. All right, so you guys remember Antonio Brown, who a lot of angry Buck fans really blamed as to one of the big reasons why they didn't make it, to the next round of the playoffs. And he went, he had a meltdown, and the white glove that he threw into the stands during that shirtless meltdown is apparently up for auction. And if you got $3,000, you got it. You got till February 12th to get your $3,000 or more, depending upon if somebody else wants it too.
Yeah, because I know yesterday it was at $1,500. So this thing is going, man.
Yeah, and it was worn. It's a game-worn glove, and it's got a white glove, black Nike logo, and on the wrist there's a blacked-out Raiders logo. Oh, wow.
So that was the Raiders for a half a second. Didn't he ask for his release from the team via Instagram? The writing was on the wall with this guy.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know how I feel about this because I don't really want to, make light of the fact that he might have stuff going on from a head perspective that needs to be addressed because his behavior is definitely erratic, that's for sure.
So this is someone who caught it, put it up for sale. I think it's funny that he was using a Raiders glove. I don't know why that part just cracks me up. You would think he could get a Tampa Bay Bucks glove, but maybe that was his lucky glove. I
know that when you get when you have equipment that you love, like a baseball glove or something, you kind of the new stuff just doesn't do it for you sometimes.
We're seeing that with Grubauer. Ever since he switched back to his old goalie pads, he's been playing a lot better. So it's kind of funny that sometimes it fits like a glove. Huh?
Yeah, there you go. Look at you, OJ. You figured it out.
I was just thinking though, so that's a pretty iconic, infamous moment for Antonio Brown that you can own a piece of that memorabilia. I'm trying to think of what else would be a cool piece of infamous memorabilia, something that's not necessarily connected to a positive. Not that this is the most negative thing in the world, but it was not a positive thing.
Oh, I would, or just something that was just out. Yeah. How about the Sharpie that Terrell Owens used to write on the ball?
That's a pretty good moment. I was thinking the ball that went through Buckner's legs.
Oh, yeah.
That's a pretty infamous piece of memorabilia right there.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah,
thanks,
that's why
buddy.
I brought it up. Yeah.
Go
Mets, right?
Yeah, thanks. Well, how about then Scott Norwood's football that went wide?
All four of
missed
them?
the field goal, yeah. Well, that was
his fault all 4 times.
Yeah, that was the first one, too. That was the first Super Bowl they lost, and it seemed like that was the jinx moment when they lost because they lost the next 3 after that. That would be a thing to have.
Yeah, well,
the ball that bounced off of Jose Canseco's head when he was trying to catch it.
Okay.
Oh, I remember that. Was it Jose or Ozzy? Well, it was one of the Cansecos. I think it was Jose. You're right. It was a home run. It bounced off his head and went into the stands, I think.
I forgot about that.
That would be a good ball to have.
Is it bad that the first thing I thought of was Marshawn Lynch when he did the whole grabbing my ding ding thing, like when he caught the ball and like jumps backwards and grabs himself? I'd want the cup.
The cup?
Because I feel like
you're right.
would be an interesting
That's famous. That's not infamous.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
Or
that's a good point, though, Vicky, because, like, that moment where he got caught doing that would be great to have that cup.
Yeah, some people were very upset about that.
Yeah.
How do you get that cup? Like, do you have to hit up the equipment manager and be like, yo,
hey, yo,
can you phone me that cup that Marshawn grabbed his ding-ding with?
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, who's the official cup cleaner? I guess it would be, I don't know if there's a particular intern.
No, John Schneider.
John Schneider has it. Yeah, okay, then. Yeah, he's the guy to hit up.
So it's a Tanya Harding's baton. Yeah. That person. Yeah, Tanya Harding's rebar that was used like Nancy Kerrigan's knee.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And is it signed by Jeff Gillooly?
Oh,
God, that's so horrible. I mean, just, when you think about it, I mean, it's, man, poor Nancy Kerrigan, even though, nobody hardly even remembers her anymore. But yeah, I mean, she just got, wow.
OJ's Bronco. That was the one I was thinking. But selfishly, I just want a Bronco. I don't care if it's OJ's. It could be.
Was it OJ's or Al's? I know Al was driving.
It was Al Cowling's Bronco, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, either way, we want that Bronco.
It became OJ's at that point.
Yeah. Someone said the certain phallic toy that was tossed at Tom Brady.
Right. Good call.
That you put on display right in the living room. Like
of course you do. Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially for every Bills Patriots game, that's what you want to do.
Somebody said the ball Randy Johnson, accidentally killed the dove with.
Oh, right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's football players don't typically wear cups, so he might not even have worn a cup.
What? Do they wear jock straps? I don't know how that works.
I mean,
well,
like
then underwear,
short type thing.
Yeah. I want that.
Okay,
that's what he wants. I guess that makes sense because like if you're in baseball, that ball can come get you in the boys a lot, so you probably have to wear it if you're an infielder. All right, it makes a lot of sense. But I was thinking, so you got Randy Johnson, and you've got that ball. That's kind of cool. I like that. And we've as far as infamous sporting memorabilia is what we're looking for. Like, what would you like to have that you'd auction off? Like Antonio Brown's glove, which is going for $3,000 right now.
It wouldn't even have to be sporting. But that's the first thing that pops into mind. Because there's so many moments in the world of sports that are like nothing awful. It's just kind of funny though.
Well, I don't want Ozzy's bat, do I? I mean, I feel like
I don't know if you can get that.
Yeah,
Holyfield's ear. How about that?
Okay.
Oh wow,
wow. Okay. Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, right. Geez.
Yeah, who's keeping it? Hats off to somebody that somehow kept both of those things. Because I really feel like the Aussie bat, if somebody said, you know what, I'm going to preserve what's left of this bat because this was an epic moment.
It's in the freezer. Stay away from that part of the freezer.
Yeah. I feel like it's in some mad scientist's, basement where he's got jars of things. And that's, you ever see that in old movies, the floating jar of something? There's a bat.
The scissors that Lorena Bobbitt used.
There we go.
Oh, that's pretty epic.
Definitely.
That is,
horrifying.
Wow.
The bloody sock. Was that Kurt Schilling?
That's Kurt Schilling, yeah. That's not infamous, though. I mean, he was heroic with that sock, so nice.
Tony Rumble's fumble ball. Was it the butt fumble?
Well, I was thinking of the one where the field goal, the ball was so slippery and they muffed that.
My bad. Yeah, the butt fumble was something else. That was Mark Sanchez.
Yeah.
I forgot about Mark Sanchez.
I don't know about a butt fumble, but I'm excited about it. Let's do it. Well, there you go. We got a lot of infamous items. How much are we going to get off this, though? We really need to start an auction. Of course, we have to get the items, but we'll worry about that later. Taking people's money is the important part. We got a woman that is such a huge fan of soda. Trouble is, this soda doesn't exist anymore that she's a fan of, and she's begging Coca-Cola to bring it back. What is it? I'll tell you at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
New on Curiosity Stream. Are we close to building machines that are almost human? And can new technology give us superpowers? Find out on Super Sapiens. And in 1919, a British composer wrote the longest and most complex symphony in history. Conductors tried to perform it, but failed, declaring it cursed. Now a group of musicians will attempt the impossible, if they dare, on Curse of a Gothic Symphony. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Do you know Trish Priest? Oh, you should, because Trish loves the Tab. Yep, the diet soda that was killed off by its parent company, Coca-Cola, mid-pandemic in October of 2020.
I forgot that Tab doesn't exist anymore.
I didn't know that it existed back when it was killed off. I thought Tab died out a long time ago. I didn't know they were still making it.
Yeah.
But officially, the pandemic, one of the things that happened in the pandemic was, that soda no longer available. Trish Priest just was like, no, she went out and bought a ton. She was like, okay, she hoarded it. She stocked up on it, but now her stockpile is running low.
Uh-oh.
She usually drinks 3 tabs a day. That's a good amount of that soda.
So maybe it's a good thing it got discontinued for her health.
Yeah, and again, Tab was the original diet drink, if I'm not mistaken.
100%. Yeah, my aunt used to drink a ton of this. She could basically be this lady.
So she's got just 23 12-packs left, so she's rationing her supply. And she's been hounding Coca-Cola to bring Tab back with a band of Tab superfans that call themselves the Save Tab Soda Committee.
That's a lame name. This should be called like the Tabtastic Bunch.
Oh, I like that one. I was thinking Tabaholics, but maybe that's not great.
Tabtastic, you got to go with 2 T's though. Tabtastic Trio.
The Tabtastic Trio?
Yeah, and there's just 3 of them that are fighting this justice.
I'm figuring it's maybe more than 3, maybe only 4, and it's the Tabtastic 4.
There you go.
Oh, I like that too. Okay.
Really good.
Yeah, I mean, okay. And I'm seeing a picture of,
she's
Trisha.
got Tab merchandise.
Yeah. Of course you do.
Yeah, she does. I mean,
Can't be a super fan without merchandise.
Good point. She has a Tab tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Tattoo.
And I hope she's right above her butt. That way she could go to her boyfriend, hey, tab that ass.
Check out my Tab stamp.
Wow, you guys are, you know what? This is a real problem for Trish and you guys, man.
Dude, the whole rationing it makes me think of, I know Seinfeld hasn't been on forever, but it's the first thing I can think of. And remember what was Elaine? She had the sponge. And
the
she was
Today Sponge.
This is like the form of birth control called the sponge. And so
right.
Whoever she would date, she had to decide whether they were sponge worthy or whether or not she would use the sponge.
That's how I was born.
With a sponge?
Well, not using the sponge the right way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, what does
Did
this
your
have
mom
to do
use
with
it to wash dishes or something? Like,
what are we?
Wow.
Can I just ask the kids, what does this have to do with Tab? I got lost.
Everything.
I got lost somewhere, but Danny's washing the dishes with a birth control or something. But you know what? So she is like, listen, folks, let's put a petition out there. I got to get the sponge back or the Tab back or whatever we're talking about. So her and the Save Tab Committee put out an online petition. They said, hey, Coca-Cola, we're going to show you how many people love this. You need to bring this back. And Well, in only 5 months, all they got is 1,800 people. So it's more than 3, Danny. At least we got, so, but
enough.
1,800 I don't think is enough to get Coca-Cola to go, let's get the tab going again.
Yeah, I can't imagine anyone's running into the corporate president's office being like, look at this petition. We need to bring back tab.
Yeah, I feel like they use the pandemic as an excuse to go, yeah, we got to get rid. No one's really, we want them to have Diet Coke or Coke Zero anyway. What are they doing with this tab? Come on. So, so she's done. She's running out of tab, but she's a super fan. I gotta love that.
Now, it's the lukewarm topic of the day.
So this Tab super fan begging Coca-Cola to bring Tab back, cause she's down to just 23 packs. So based on this, we want you to finish this sentence. Yeah, I know it's odd, but I'm a super fan of blank. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Finish this sentence. Yeah, I know it's odd, but I'm a super fan of blank. We got your calls. We got your texts after AC/DC on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. So there's a Tab Superfan, and that's Tab, the old diet soda that Coca-Cola used to put out, and they're begging Coke to bring it back because, well, her stockpile is down to just 23 packs. Based on this, we want you to finish this sentence. Yeah, I know it's odd, but I'm a super fan of blank. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
Someone just texted in saying pepperoni pizza rolls. There is no other flavor. It has to be pepperoni. Since the 1970s, that's been my white trash kryptonite.
Oh, man, I love pizza rolls.
I love that.
Yeah, I love pizza rolls until I get too excited to eat them and don't wait for them to cool off. And then I hate pizza rolls.
Good call.
Because they just explode pure fire on the roof of your mouth.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that you got to have cold water on the standby.
I know I'm going to shock you guys with this. I never got into pizza rolls as a kid. I always liked the pizza bagels better, the little tiny ones.
Those are fantastic.
Argue with that.
Yeah. For that same reason, because there's molten lava inside, and it was like, yeah, these ones are not that bad.
And then you have like a good 2 weeks to be reminded of the fact that you have no patience when it comes to hot food.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
Also, it says I'm a big fan of the Ben & Jerry's caramel chocolate cheesecake ice cream. It's so hard to find it, but this morning I found some and I bought it.
Wow. See, that's a tough one when you're like, a super fan of something that they don't have a lot of, so you really don't get that fix, which I guess when it comes to ice cream is not bad. That way you don't overindulge, but that's tough. If you're a super fan of something and they don't got it?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that sucks.
I like this one. It says I'm a big fan of grape Mike and Ike's. Yes, you could get boxes of just the grape ones. It's amazing. See, that's the weird thing. I'm not a fan of Mike and Ike's, but I love Zowers, which are the sour version of Mike and Ike's.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you like the sour stuff, so that makes a lot of sense.
Anything if they just sour it.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Like, if I didn't like a vegetable, if you made it sour, I would eat it.
Yeah, I have to say that
sour broccoli.
There's some sour celery.
Yeah, here you go, sir. Okay. That's what the sour kale coming your way.
Oh, wow. I would eat all the sour kale, BJ.
You got it, buddy. Wow. Mike and Ike's sour kale.
This one might be my favorite, though. I know it may be weird, but I'm a super fan of how annoyed BJ gets when Steve plays.
Hey, sing it, DJ. It's Dominic the Donkey.
Are you really a super fan of that?
Small victories are still victories.
I feel like he used the wrong phrase. It's super douche, I think is what he really... That's another topic, sir. We'll get to that another day. Thanks for that. Well, I think for me, super fan for two different cakes. I mean, one of them.
No name.
You should know both of them, actually.
No name and key lime pie from California Pizza Kitchen.
That's a pie, not a cake.
Yeah, it's a pie, and
everything's a cake if you just believe me.
Look, let me just say this though: the key lime pie at California Pizza Kitchen. Not throwing shade, but since they're no longer in our area, I'll throw a little shade. It was an okay substitute for the really good key lime pie. I just don't like
lying to us all these years.
Wow. I like key lime pie, but I'm not. I don't remember ever saying that California Pizza Kitchen had the best key lime pie ever. Because I think that's insanity.
I believe you started eating it after that snowman beat you up. You went and found your sorrows with California Pizza Kitchen key lime pie.
It was, they were one of the only restaurants that always had key lime pie in the menu, so it was like, okay, but it is by any stretch of the imagination, it is not the best key lime pie I've ever had.
Maybe that's where you took your cousin on the prom date.
Yeah. That's it, yeah.
You guys shared a key lime pie.
So No Name Cake is one of them, and the other one, of course, is a Fine Hostess product.
Oh, zingers.
Yeah,
there we go. That's it. Yeah.
I was going to say white on white cake. You love vanilla, like cupcakes and cake and frosting.
I do love that, but if you're talking about a super fan, though, Vicky, I will take a zinger. I mean, I've had more zingers than I want to admit, and I've had more no-name cakes than I want to admit. Which I got to get that one from Steve. I got to get that.
Still in my pocket.
Okay, well that's not good. Give that to Joey D's. He'll bring it. I'm going to see Joey D's on Friday, so he'll bring it.
Put it in his pocket.
Friday. That's so far away.
I would have ate it already.
Yeah.
Well, it's for me, isn't it?
It is for him, and he gets to eat it when he wants to.
Yeah, I mean, well, now I got to eat it when you want me to eat it. What is going on over here?
There's a Steve shelf life to anything I give somebody. If they don't eat it by a certain point, I eat it.
You know what? Seriously,
like me and my wife.
Let me tell you right now. I treated you pretty nicely. I introduced you to a new Indian dessert that you liked. You can keep this baby for me till Friday.
I already gave it to Joe yesterday.
All right, thank you. Why don't you text in and go, you know what? Why don't we just change that text? I just love it when BJ gets annoyed. We just change that super. Let's just say that. All right, that's wonderful. You know what? I'm leaving the show. You guys take over. Whatever you want to talk about.
Hey!
There we go. Oh, wow. That party started quickly.
So I was trying to think of what consumes the most of my time that I'm a fan of. It's probably KISW content. I drive a truck. I listen all day. I listen to the Megacast, Geek Nation, the podcast. I may or may not have an OnlyFans subscription as well. Have a great day, everyone. Oh, yeah, I still listen to the broadcast as well. And that guy that gave Sarah's friend a promise ring is a dweeb. I see Sarah's in the room, so maybe she could give some.
Oh, wow, Sarah. I didn't even know promise rings were a thing still.
You know an adult that has a promise ring?
Oh, yes. Oh, man. I hope her relatives don't listen. But yes, she's in her early 30s, and her boyfriend for her birthday got her a promise ring. And they've been dating for almost like 5 years.
Oh, that's not promise ring time. That should be engagement ring time.
Promise ring time is like high school.
Yeah.
So I had a very strong reaction about it. And so I was just wondering if maybe I was overreacting. So I asked the broadcast listeners and Vicky asked her friends if it's an okay, age to get a promise ring.
I feel like, when you're out of high school, when you're in your 20s, maybe I'll give you till your mid-20s. But then once you get past your mid-20s, it's not promise ring time anymore.
I would say even mid-20s and you've been dating for a few years.
I think once the word teen is no longer in your name, in your age, I think the promise ring, and even then you're pushing it at 18, 19. A promise ring to me just sounds like, I know you're pressuring me to marry you.
Exactly.
I really don't want to. So I'll just buy you this cute ring to tie you over so you can kind of feel like you've been proposed to.
I promise to drag this out.
Yeah, I promise that I'll never really propose to you.
It is an interesting thing about dudes where they just have such a fear of commitment, even though they want to stay with the person. They just don't want to feel like they have to stay with the person. So you're right, Steve. You
can want to stay with somebody. It doesn't mean you necessarily know for sure you want to marry them.
But after 5 years... That's what I'm saying. After 5 years, you should know.
That's what you mean.
Yeah, and that's what it is. There's some dudes that they're just afraid of that M word. They're afraid of that C word. And so they go, all right, the promise ring, I hope will keep you happy, but it really means nothing to me.
What's the C word?
I'm not afraid of the C word.
Commitment. All right, jeez, guys.
Come on, wow. You can't be afraid of that.
You can't.
Okay,
After 5 years.
Okay. All right, you know what? Seriously, I should have realized using that as a particular phrase with this fine group of upstanding citizens was surely the wrong thing to do. Should have realized that.
What do you want from us?
Right? Well, no, you know what? It's just a no-name cake is all I really want from you right now. That's it.
All right. Well, while we have Sarah in the room, is she a fan of something that's a little out there?
Yeah, maybe a little out there. I'm a super fan of all little things, especially little people. I have been for as long as I can remember. I don't know why, but it's gotten so not crazy, I wouldn't say, but J Rubs is suggesting we fly to Vegas and get married by Little Elvis.
Well, that's a great idea. Sounds like a great idea.
I know.
I love that plan. How much does that cost? I'll pay for that right now.
DJ's like, financially, that sounds like a brilliant idea.
Are you kidding me?
But then we got to fly everyone down to Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
We have to stay at least for a week because you have to have the bachelorette party a few days before the actual wedding.
You have to fly the whole show down.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And you want to party with Little Elvis after.
Yeah.
Oh, do I ever?
So.
Yeah.
The problem is, though, as I was telling J Rubs, it won't be about you and me. Like, my focus won't be on you at all if little Elvis is marrying us. You know, like,
is a wedding really ever about just you and the groom? I mean, I don't know if it ever is.
It's all just about me. You're
yeah,
right.
let's be honest. It's always about the bride.
Yeah, he had no problem being like, I don't care if you stare at little Elvis the whole time. You're saying your vows, whatever. Okay.
I've known Sarah for a long time. It's so bizarre. Anything that goes from normal size to little, it doesn't matter what it is. She just loves a tiny version of everything, which is why I think you just love gnomes so much, because they're tiny.
Yeah, and I have like a bunch of little condiments downstairs, little Tabasco, little Nutella, little mayonnaise. I'm never going to open them.
Yeah, little shots of alcohol.
I got a lot of those.
Yeah, everything is tiny.
I love it.
You guys go check out the little person, midget warrior wrestlers. It's an actual wrestling federation that comes to town from time to time.
Oh my gosh, I am so there.
They were at the Angel of the Winds casino recently, and I think they'll be somewhere again.
I will. Oh my! You have to tell me when, because you know I'm getting tickets, and if it's multiple days, I'm gonna go every day.
Yeah, it's insane. It's an insane, just like anything tiny, and you make her the happiest person in the world.
They do.
Which, is interesting when you think about, and then there's some guys that go like, I mean, I had a shot. I had a shot with her after all.
Okay, it doesn't go in that area.
Okay, we could go and we'll cheer on Short Sleeve Samson.
Oh yeah,
Short Sleeve Samson. Okay, that's a good name.
Hell yeah, it is.
That's a really good name. I love Short Sleeve Samson. That's fantastic. Oh man, we got a well-known actor that just shared a funny story about a time that he thought Mark Wahlberg bought him a gift that he could use for self-love. You're going to hear from him at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, if you're upside down in your mortgage, should you continue to make the payment?
Continuing to pay your mortgage or not is a complex decision because you're going to have to pay to live somewhere. You're going to have a housing payment. So continuing to make your house payment really depends on several factors. One is whether or not you have a second mortgage. The second one is how affordable your ongoing monthly mortgage payment is. Another issue is whether your mortgage is adjustable and you're facing an increase in your mortgage payments later on when interest rates go up. If you do have a second mortgage in this economy with the housing prices being down, oftentimes we can take off or strip off that second mortgage in a Chapter 13 case so that you'd only have the first mortgage to continue to pay.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. And thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.